All right, everybody, I'm super excited to present to you probably the most requested tool in the history of Helium 10 by you, the community, and also my most requested tool since it came out. And that is our tool for search query performance. All right, so this has been the data point from the Amazon released a few years ago, but you can only do it inside of Seller Central. But it's by far the most valuable thing that Amazon has ever given, where it gives you data on your own clicks and the market clicks by keyword, the purchases by keyword. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into what search query performance is. Make sure to go into YouTube and type in Helium 10 Serious Sellers Podcast search query performance. Like we've done podcasts on it before where we talk about, but in a nutshell, this is giving you all the search data that happened. It's also making it denormalized search. So you might see the search volumes different than in Helium 10 normally. Well, that's because it's counting like if somebody clicks back on their browser, if somebody clicks to page 2, like these are all counted as searches. And so the search number is highly inflated. But what you're going to see here, if this is your first time using it, is how many products were showing on page 1 for a certain keyword. How many times did you show up on page 1 for that keyword? How many times did somebody click on any product at all? How many times did somebody click on your product? How many times did anybody add to cart? How many times did somebody add your product to the cart? And then most importantly, how many purchases overall were generated from that keyword that resulted in a sale within 24 hours. This is only going to show about 20-30% of the overall sales, because not all sales just come from search, right? But then it's going to show how much you had. So you're going to be able to get some data here that you've never had insights to, like is your conversion rate on a certain keyword better or worse than the whole market? And with this, the most important thing is now you can take action. Like for the keywords that maybe you're not getting many impressions for, but your conversion rate is great on a certain keyword, what are you going to do? Well, you got to increase your visibility. You got to double down in your advertising spend, right? So then you'd go into Helium 10 ads or your advertising tool and increase your bids because you know you're converting really well on some of the keywords where you can see your conversion rate's not as good as a competition. Well, maybe you might want to back off spend because you're like, well, it's probably throwing money away advertising on this keyword. The use cases go on and on. So this is just the first in many videos that I'm going to be doing where you're going to be able to kind of understand how to use this new tool. Let's go ahead and hop into it. So where this tool exists, first of all, you'll go to Tools and under Analytics, Search Query Analyzer. All right, so here we are. Now, the first thing you want to, let me just show you what you can do. Like I can actually just look at my bath mat, right? I can type in bath mat, and then there's that one product. So let's just pretend I'm picking one product here, okay? And now instantly I can just look at 1 week, but here's the beauty about this. I can select multiple weeks. Now let me just tell you guys right off the bat, if you're watching this early, Amazon is severely limiting how many weeks you can download to your account at once. And so because of that, you might only see 4 weeks, 5 weeks of the recent data here, but don't worry, week by week, we're hitting Amazon hard to make sure all your reports come in. I've got more in mind because I've been in this a few weeks already, but the rest of you'll have more weeks, more months to do later on. All right. And you can also like select perhaps some of these weeks and it might like move it up the queue, but it might take a little while. But like right off the bat, you should be able to do at least 4 weeks here. Okay. So then, I'm going to select like a whole bunch of weeks here for my bath mat. And let's go ahead and hit apply filters. And this is already better than Seller Central because Seller Central only allowed me to look one at a time. Now I can see multiple weeks here, and I could see pretty much any keyword that brought me sales. Like I could go here and I could look at my purchases, and now I can see, hey, I got sales from bath mat. Which week was it? I hit this chart, and I could see it over time. I haven't got any sales on that keyword lately, but I had some a few weeks ago. I could see how's my conversion rate doing over time. All right, it was 25%. Pretty good. I can see what the market conversion rate is over time. I can see what the variance is. This is something different that you don't have in Seller Central, where I can see, hey, is my conversion rate better or worse? If I wanted to kind of like zoom in on that, I have these filters. LPC means my conversion rate is below the market conversion rate. All right, so I'm worse. SGK means these are products that have produced at least one sale. So like I could just filter that up here. and I'd be able to see that. I think this is EI or EI maybe. This is where impressions is above the search query volume. All right. So normally you might not be able to see that. The reason why this came up, you see how my impressions is 706 and the search volume that week was 523. Well, that's because I probably had my organic rank and my keyword rank on the top of page 1. And that's why I have more. So this is kind of like cool to see, hey, where's my impression more than search volume? Now I know I got like 2 placements there, sponsored and or organic. Right. And if it's not there, well, that means I could be leaving money on the table if it's a really good keyword for me. All of the regular columns are included here from Search Query Performance Report, but we've got extra ones. I just showed you my impression share. This is something different than what you see in Seller Central. And click share is in Seller Central, but then what you can do is you can see my click-through rate. This is not available in Search Query Performance in Amazon. All right, because what we're doing is we're dividing the columns for you, and it's over time. So what I'm seeing here, because I'm looking at multiple weeks, it's adding everything up for this keyword over all these 8 weeks. All right, but then if I wanted to dive into it and see week by week what is my click-through rate, well, I can see clearly here that it's fluctuating, but I can go back multiple time periods and see that. Let's go ahead and let me see if I can do months. Let's see if I do 4 months here, and then we're going to get even more data here. So here, this is what's going to happen if you don't have the data yet. It'll say preparation in progress, and wow, that's amazing. It's only going to be 2 minutes. I thought it would take like 24 hours. So on the dates that you don't have yet, you're going to get this message. All right. So let's just go ahead and look at my existing data so far. It looks like January 2025 I don't have yet. This is what's going to take 2 minutes to download. But I can see my data in February. I can see it in December and November. There was a lot of action happening. But then on this, I can go here and see that I had lots of purchases for Batman bathroom decor. In which month was it? Well, I can see it was in October, and I had 3 purchases in November. Let's look at another product here. Maybe something that had more consistent sales. Let's go to this egg tray and let's take a look at some recent weeks and let's see what we can find here. Apply filters. This is super fast, guys. I'm really proud of the team, what they were able to do here. But look at this, egg holder for fridge. So I was getting multiple sales here. All right, over the last few weeks. Look at that, 3 purchases, 2 purchases. So I could see what keywords are driving sales. The other thing that is cool here is I can see over time all of these data points, all right, like the click-through rate variance, the impression share, etc. What is the top features I think that you guys can do? There's a couple of them. Number 1 is find all the keywords over time that drove sales within 24 hours of the search. That's like a no-brainer. Like that's data from Amazon. It's not Helium 10 guessing or something. The other thing that you can do is where are all the keywords where you had sales, but you couldn't determine, is my organic rank increasing or decreasing? Like, why isn't it, right? This is how you can determine that. Oh, my conversion rate for this keyword is not as good as the competition. Oh, okay. I need to go ahead and figure out what's wrong or else pull back my spend. Oh, my conversion rate's better than the market conversion rate. Oh my goodness. This is going to be something very interesting. Like I need to double down. I need to be showing up at the top of search as much as possible because I know I'm going to get a better conversion rate than my competitor for this keyword. So those are just like the top 3 things that I look at. Your sales drop over time. Well, take a look when it started dropping off. Was it a certain keyword that your conversion rate started, performing badly for? Now you take this data, like once you know your impressions and things, and now you go to Keyword Tracker. And you see where was my organic rank? Where was my sponsor rank? So this is how you can have like some synergy with the Helium 10 tools. But this is just version 1, guys. Every week we're going to be adding features and I'm going to record new videos. But I just wanted to get you guys started in this. Again, this is like the most powerful tool instantly that you might have right now. So every single person using Helium 10, if you have the Diamond plan, you definitely need to be using this. So let us know. Send a message to customer support. What is working for you? What's not working for you? How do you want to visualize the data in a different way? Let us know and we'll get on that. But until then, hope you have fun with this version 1.0 of our Search Query Performance Analyzer tool. Thanks, guys. See you later.